Hey BFFs, how are you guys doing? Well, as you can see, in my dining room again, I just sat down with hubby and did our weekly check-in for his work paycheck. If you're new here, welcome. I'm GiGi. I'm a 50-year-old disabled registered nurse, women's health, or labor and delivery, newborn nursery, GYN surgery, NICU, mom, baby, all that good stuff. And I am married to hubby, who is retired military, and he now works locally for our state. Oh gosh, sorry y'all can hear Molly hacking in the background. And I'm not gonna do that ever again, because this is like the third time that I've tried to film this intro. And something has happened. So we're gonna keep pushing through and say, welcome to a real life. So, as I was saying, we're married. We have two kids, 4 grandkids, and 2 fur babies that have been giving me issues in the background between barking, scratching, and now hacking. So we're gonna roll with it. So like I said, we're sitting here doing our weekly check-in because it's so important to constantly check in on your budget, check your accounts, see how things are going, talk with your significant other, and so everybody's like on board, and nobody's like, well, because there's a lot of times wives pay the bills, and it's important for hubby and wife to sit down and have a conversation about everything that's going on, so there's no misunderstandings. So we sat down, discussed what our plans are. So we're going to be checking in with our budget. We're going to be planning what we're going to do with this check. So let's get into my office and get this video started. All right, guys, let's get into this weekly check-in and see what bills have cleared for the month of September. What color am I gonna do? I'll just go pink. Oh my goodness. How are you guys doing? Did your week go good so far? Let's get started. We had a birthday. Our oldest grandchild, she turned 9 on the 4th, and then next week our youngest son will be 30. So I'm feeling old. I'm not old. I just started young. I just started early. So life insurance have cleared. And if y'all are new here, I put all of my bills down on my calendar spread out. And then as they clear from the bank, I highlight them so that at a quick glance, I can see, okay, those that are highlighted, those bills have cleared the bank. I don't have to worry about them anymore. And we can move on. All right, and hubby cleared. So did tutoring, and tutoring is for my grandchildren. Cell phone cleared. Our Founders MasterCard cleared, and our mortgage our care credit and the good old IRS. And y'all can see we are really bill heavy the first of the month. I mean, compared to others, our bills aren't that expensive, our monthly living expenses, but they all fall pretty much heavily on the first week of the month. All right, and then our weekly expenses. Y'all, I'm happy to say that for groceries, I only spent $132. Whoop whoop. Which is good. And $70 for fuel. Because I told y'all I'm struggling with that grocery. I'm struggling with the groceries. It bugs me. But I was going to say something. And I had it right on the tip of my tongue. And it just slid away. What I was going to say is I'm going to be more intentional. And was more intentional with my meal plan. To have things that would kind of coordinate together, so you know, I wasn't just like, if I bought say a head of cabbage and I was only going to use half, you know, I was going to have 2 meals out of that head of cabbage if they were the same or different, instead of, you know, just using a half a head or something like that. Just being more intentional with my meal planning, because right now I can't do anything about the price of groceries, and unfortunately I feel like they know that we're still gonna, you know, unless you have chickens and dairy, I'm not talking about that with cows, but they know that, you know, we're gonna buy eggs, we're gonna buy milk, we're still gonna purchase those things. And I kind of feel like sometimes, well, more times than not, they know they have us kind of by the throat. And then that's sad. That is sad. I also had someone comment, speaking of expense trackers, well, GiGi, we don't see what you spend every month. Actually, yes, you do. This are our variable expenses, and during our budget, if you see, I will budget for birthdays and things of that nature. So unless it's a random, most everything that I spend, I really don't spend a lot of money at random times. That was, you know, like I told you, that was my weakness. I was an impulse spender. So I'm trying to rein that in. What I'm working on now is not spending, even though when I'm planning on spending, not spending a larger amount. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on now. But yeah, you really don't see, I don't really fill out the expense trackers because it's pretty much everything that I spend. So it's usually noted in the monthly budget or in the variable expenses. So I'm going to zoom you guys in with our little weekly check-in. We started with $700 worth of groceries. Now look, I don't forgot that fast. And we spent $132. We started with $300 worth of gas, and we spent $70. We still have $150 for takeout, so we didn't do anything there. We still have a $100 for miscellaneous. So our spending this week, which I can do that in my head, but let me go ahead. I done picked up the calculator. 132 plus 70 is 202. So that's how much we spent this week. So 700 minus 132 is going to give us 568. 300 minus 70 is going to give us 230. And then we still have 150 and 100. So that means we still got, 568. Also, another comment. I had someone say, with your groceries, did you not plan for there being 5 weeks in a month? Usually, and for the last year that I've budgeted, the $700 was enough for whether we had 4 weeks or 5 weeks. So it didn't matter. It just became apparent last month. So actually on our 13th month of budgeting that we could have spent the last 60 something dollars, but I was just like, no, we're just not gonna shop. So yeah, it never really, it didn't matter. It didn't affect our budget that way. So yeah, it didn't matter if we had a 4-week grocery shop or a 5-week month for groceries. It didn't matter. But I'm probably going to have to look at that a little closer. I'm trying to just stay under a certain amount and be more conscious, like I said, of the meal planning, instead of just willy-nilly random, I want a burger today, I want, lasagna tomorrow, I want this or that, or just trying to be more conscious of putting that together to watch the budget. But that may eventually become an issue. I don't know if it's me being stubborn and just not wanting to face the fact. That could very well be possible. But like I said, for the last year, it didn't matter where there were 4 weeks or 5 weeks. There was still always money left over. Always. So it's just now becoming apparent that something is different, and I'm just trying to figure out, we know something is different, but is it something that we can control? Because we don't really have control of too much of anything. If it's on our end of something maybe we can tighten the reins on, or if this is something where we're actually going to have to bend and change. I hope that makes a little more sense. I saw the comment. I was like, how do I respond to this on a message? And I just said, you know what, I'll do it in a video. And I hope that helps explain that a little more. If not, I could try. If that didn't explain it, then tell me what your thoughts are that maybe would help, because y'all know I welcome all suggestions and everything. To me, there's not a bad comment. Now, they're nasty comments, but to me, there's not a bad comment or a bad question. So, total ending is 568 plus 230 plus 150 plus 100 leaves us with $1,048 to carry us through to next week. So we're going to bring our groceries, our gas, our takeout, and our miscellaneous down. 100, 150, 230, and 568. And that is what we are working with for the rest of the month, but actually for, this week. Now, of course, I sure don't want to be spending all that in 1 if we got spent, but since I budget, you know, just for the monthly, there's no way we want to spend all that in just 1 week. That might make me cry a little bit. Oh Lord, GiGi, you throwing the stuff everywhere. Look, I was getting excited about spending all my money. Okay, now to the budget part. Oh, hold on a minute. I'll be right back. I left my budget. Okay, now to the budget. This is our September 6th. This is Hubby. Check was $620. $620. We have no bills due. We pay all those at the first of the month. Come down to our variable expenses and we'll bring that $620 down. And we will budget for our $20 in giving because we budget $20 for each check. Each time we budget $20 for giving. And that's going to leave us $600. So we'll move up here to the sinking funds. And we're going to start with medical. And medical's going to get $160. And then the emergency. Emergency's going to get $40. And then clothing. Yeah, see? I left clothing out of the monthly budget. And that was just error on my part. Clothing is getting $20. Projects is going to be getting $80. Buffer is going to be getting $20. Babies, my green babies, well, y'all, 20. All them 20s is starting to run together. I got a little cheat sheet over here. So I'll show you my little cheat sheet. It's just a print off copy of what I do before. So, family is going to get 10 because even though we're focusing more on right now our priorities, medical and Christmas, along with the emergency and projects, I still want to keep putting a little bit in each envelope to keep it growing. And then we have our Christmas. And that is going to get $200. Let's go add all this up. Can y'all see that? It looks like a glare on it. I'll lift it up. 160 plus 40 plus 20 plus 80 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 200. And that's going to be 550. So our total of this category is going to be 550. So 600 minus 550 is going to leave us $50. So we're going to bring that $50 down into our extra debt. So this is our extra credit card payment. Our extra credit card debt payment. I know that's a mouthful. And we're going to put all 50 into that envelope. So 50 minus 50 is 0. So that means we have completed a zero-based budget. We've given every dollar a job, so no dollars are out there floating around unattached and can be easily spent. So we just want to tell every dollar where to go, and I want to manage my money and not let my money manage me. Okay, so guys, if y'all are logging off here, y'all leave me a heart emoji down in the comments below. Oops, I got y'all going backwards. The rest of us are gonna stick around and answer our promptu card question. So y'all answer the question with us. Okay, what question we got today? Do I prefer romantic or action movies? Oh yeah, I like, if I have to, why is there always a depends with me? Like, it depends, like, it never can be just one or I like both types of movies, but I don't like a lot of graphic. I don't mind graphic in terms of like historical content, but I don't like a lot of shooting and all that stuff. I mean, of course there's going to be some, of course, in the action movies, but like just like hardcore, that I don't like that. So it depends. If I can't control the graphicness of things, I would say romantic, but I like both. So what do you guys? Do you guys prefer romantic or action movies? Y'all leave me your comment below. And I thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this video with someone that you think may enjoy it. Y'all hit that subscribe button and come on over and join our family and be a BFF. I thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Until next time, friends.